Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of GlitterAndLazers talking about how she overheard some guys at the gym accusing her of faking her lifts using AI and filters. I guess they don't believe she's doing the actual work. We're also going to be taking a look at a few bonus clips, including one where GlitterAndLazers is arguing with someone in her comments section, and another one where she's talking about her podcast, The Medical Detectives, being canceled, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
Sometimes I go to the gym and I get reminded about the people who just really want me to fail, just really want everything in my life to go wrong. And in the beginning, it's always upsetting. It's always upsetting to see this. But what I don't think they realize is when they do this to me, it just makes my resolve to succeed so much stronger.
Okay, that's what happens when people criticize me too. What is she talking about? Let's read the caption. Yesterday I was walking from one side of the gym to the other and overheard a group of lifters talking. They mentioned how there was a girl at our gym who people say is faking it, using AI and filters instead of doing the real work. Okay. This man was defending her, saying he sees her work hard in the gym all the time. I knew these men were talking about me. It was confirmed when they realized I was nearby and awkwardly said hello and changed subjects. Okay, so you overheard people talking about a lifter faking it using AI and filters instead of doing the actual work. And you assumed they were talking about you. That's a pretty bizarre conversation to overhear. Maybe they were talking about you, since I'm guessing nobody else in your gym is posting all of their workouts online constantly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I had never even considered the prospect that you could fake your lifts using AI or filters. I was not mad at them. Actually, the opposite. It was nice to hear people who see me but do not know me defending my work ethic. Okay, so you weren't mad at the people defending you. Course. But were you mad at the people saying that you faked your lifts? That said, no matter how hard I work, how much I show up, how strong I get, the people that hate me will find new reasons to validate their hatred. Well, if somebody was accusing somebody else of faking their lifts using AI and filters, I don't know if that would be because they hated that person. The best thing I can do is use that hate to continue to show up. I will use the hurt to become stronger. I will continue to do it at my own pace with my best health in mind. I will do it out of love for myself. So while they remain weak, spreading whatever lies suit their made-up narrative of who I am, I will continue to get stronger, mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Because I will prove them wrong. I will do the things they think I'm not capable of.
So you will lift without using AI or filters? And I'm not saying that she does, by the way.
So I guess, thank you. Thank you for so consistently and constantly trying to hurt me, because it has made me stronger and it has made me more resolved to do all the things I want to do that you think I'm not capable of.
Okay, so she says she heard some dudes at the gym accusing her of faking her lifts using AI and filters. So they're saying they saw you lift like 135 in real life, and then they went on your Instagram page and it was like 225 or something? That's a really interesting story. I don't know how else somebody could accuse somebody of faking their lifts using AI and filters unless they saw something different in real life versus what was portrayed online. And I'm not saying you fake your lifts, and I'm not saying these people are right. I'm just saying that's what makes sense to me. So that's really interesting. I never even considered that angle before. I had never even thought of the possibility of her faking her lifts. Not that I am now. Let's take a look at a couple of the comments on that post. You're doing amazing and inspiring many others. Keep doing you. Spite is the best pre-workout. Keep showing up for you. You inspire me and are one of my favorite creators on here. Spite is the best pre-workout. And I agree with the idea that we should succeed just to stick it to all the people that didn't believe in us. Like my girl Taylor Swift says, people throw rocks at things that shine. Is that what Taylor Swift said? That's deep. Okay, so according to her, those dudes must have been talking about her for some reason. I don't know why she was like, wow, they must have been talking about me because I'm the only person in here using AI and filters. Is that why? I'm just kidding. I don't know why she assumed that those people were talking about her. If I overhear somebody saying he's faking all of his lifts using AI and filters, I assume they're not talking about me because I'm not faking all of my lifts using AI and filters. I assume they're talking about literally anybody else. If I hear somebody say, meh, that hot genius with the best looking mustache that I've ever seen in my life is right over there, I assume that they're talking about me. That's when my ears perk up. I'm like, are you guys mentioning me? No, we're not mentioning you, you moron. Get out! Oh, I'll just go then. Now we're going to be taking a look at a clip of Glitter and Lasers arguing with someone in her comment section, which is very interesting because comments on this post have been limited. So the people that she actually allows to comment don't agree with her. This is very interesting. I've never seen this before. This video is titled, Take a Break from Skinny Talk and Enjoy the Sauna with Me. Okay. I hate saunas. I really do. I don't know why people think that this is good for you or anything like that. I don't know. I don't feel good when I go in one of these. I feel like I'm sweating with a bunch of stupid steam. And then we're going to put water on the dumbass hot rocks. I'm sorry, I hate saunas. I don't mind sweating, like I work out and stuff, and I sweat occasionally, but I do not like steam causing me to sweat and be all hot inside of a wooden room. It's the wooden room that's really throwing me off. No, I'm just kidding, but I do not like saunas. Bodies change, but when that change comes from self-hatred or fear, the thing you truly lose is your ability to see yourself as more than just a body. Okay. And then Summer9570E says, bodies do change, but we are in control of a lot of it. If we see ourselves spiraling by gaining 100 pounds, we owe it to ourselves and our loved ones, heck, even our pets, to not just go along for the ride, but rather take control. After all, we control the ride to a great degree. As we can see down here, comments on this post have been limited, so I don't know why you allowed this person to leave that comment. Either way, here's Glitter and Lasers' response. Yes, but if you are making those changes because you hate yourself, they are rarely lasting. Okay, I guess I can agree with that. My body has become the healthiest it's been in a long time by learning to love it, not hate it. Love breeds a natural progression of better choices and care. The size of the body isn't the goal, but feeling good and able to the best of your ability in it is. That's going to be different for everyone, what that looks like. I may never be thin, but I can be strong, active, and mentally and socially well. Okay, so Glitter and Lasers is saying that her body is the healthiest it's been in a long time because she loves it now. And the size of the body isn't the goal, but feeling good in it. I'm still not sure how this comment got through when comments are limited. Is this person still going to be allowed to leave comments in the future? And then that person responded back to Glitter and Lasers with, I'm really glad to see you trying to better yourself in that regard. I thought I recognized you from TikTok where you were brazenly proud of being that size with seemingly no desire to get better. I had to do a double take when I saw you in the fitness side of social media. What? At first they were giving you a hard time, and then you were like, I'm finally loving myself and therefore the healthiest I've ever been. And they were basically like, well, you showed me then. I'm really glad to see you trying to better yourself in that regard. I thought I recognized you from TikTok where you were brazenly proud of being that size. I have always been brazenly proud of myself. I have always tried to improve myself. You simply chose to see nothing more than my size. And then Cleo Station comes to defend Glitter and Lasers by saying, what a garbage take. Go away. We're all doing the best that we can, and that looks different for everyone. At a certain point, you need self-love and acceptance. You can't, your body, into a new body. That's not how it works. I know from experience. That's right, you can't your body into a new body. Okay, so the person that was giving her a hard time was very quickly shut down, and they basically was like, oh, my bad. And then some other person also came to Glitter and Lasers' defense. Now we're going to be taking a look at a clip of Glitter and Lasers talking about how her podcast, The Medical Detectives, was canceled.
Pretty emotional for me because
Me.
It represents something I failed at, and I failed at recently, and
I love this music.
it was something I had a lot of hope for. This space is my podcast desk, or it was my podcast desk. I'm going to take it apart because Medical Detectives has gone on pause. It just wasn't financially successful, and so it's a chapter that is closing in my life that I'm really sad about.
I only ever saw a couple clips from that. I was always very confused by the Medical Detectives podcast. I don't know what we were trying to achieve with that.
And I'm embarrassed because it didn't succeed. But this isn't making it better. I see it every day, and now it's just...
That was your podcasting desk, and now it's become your hoarding desk?
This, which just somehow makes it worse. Figured let's clean up this space and make room for something new.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of the arts and crafts projects that are laying all over this table probably didn't have a whole lot to do with the Medical Detectives podcast. You know what I mean? We probably could just go ahead and clean that table.
Something that feels hopeful.
Okay, that was the only podcasting equipment that was on that table, let's be real. All that other stuff was not at all podcast related.
Rather than something that represents
I saw various things from Michael's on there, okay?
a loss. Now I'm ready for something new.
Let's start a podcast together. We'll call it Cynical Glitter. We'll just have staring contests and arm wrestling contests.
I've decided to start my deep clean with a part of my apartment that is pretty emotional for me because
Me. Oh, it's looping. I filmed this video when the news was very fresh and my emotions were really raw. I wanted to wait until I was at peace with everything before sharing for obvious reasons. I really loved the Medical Detectives podcast, and the show gave my life a lot of purpose. Unfortunately, the show wasn't able to find sponsorship, and as a result, was sunset. I want to be clear that this wasn't my choice and was out of my control. I am sad we never got to give y'all a proper goodbye. Even though this chapter in my life is now over, I am grateful to have the chance to tell some incredible stories, help women get answers in their own medical mysteries, and connect with so many of you. Thank you for not only listening, but show up week after week for us. That alone makes everything we did a success. Okay, the show wasn't able to find a sponsor, and as a result was sunset, which is a term used in the industry to refer to when a show is not successful and they will not be making any more seasons. This person says loved the podcast, and it doesn't mean it's not a success. Consider it a limited series. You're such a talented person, Anna, and I have a hunch that we will see you back with your recording equipment very soon. OMG, I love Medical Detectives. I'm crying too. That podcast has helped me so much in my medical mystery journey. Trying is the opposite of failing. We're just on to a new chapter now. Okay, so the Medical Detective podcast helped that other person in their medical mystery journey. They must have had the same mystery medical condition that Anna has. I've tried running. I've tried lifting weights. I've tried taking various sponsorships. Nothing is helping. I was always very confused by the Medical Detectives podcast. I don't know what it was trying to accomplish. Let's quickly take a look at a clip of that podcast now to reminisce.
To be working at a gastrointestinal facility as a nurse there and then be like, I really wish I could go to a different doctor, because you're not able to, because it affects your career.
And because of your insurance, that's
hospital workers have some of the worst healthcare insurance possible. Very limited. Yes.
So that's another scam that we've never talked about. I mean, it's like every episode, why does healthcare suck today? Oh, well, here we found a new one, guys. You work in a hospital, saving people's lives. Good luck getting good care. Says it also sucks for you.
Okay, very riveting stuff. Let's take a look at another Medical Detectives podcast clip. It seems like a lot of the podcast is just people nodding their head in agreement with glitter and lasers.
When this all started, I was 33 and I had just had my second baby. I had a 3-year-old and a 2-week-old, both girls. When she was about 2 weeks old, in the middle of the night, I was dead asleep and all of a sudden felt this stabbing chest pain. And it made me sit up, and I just kind of took a few breaths and it went away. And I just kind of thought, Like,
Thanks for shooting to her face looking all concerned and thoughtful, like, really? Why are we showing everybody's face except for the person that's speaking?
I don't know, maybe my organs are shifting back into place. I don't know. I just had a baby. So it seems like almost anything can happen at that point. So I had my postpartum visit. I didn't even bring it up because it was just a blip. It was less than a minute. It hadn't happened again. So
Okay.
So here's the interesting thing about all of this. You know, we also say like, oh, it's such an expensive scan. And I hear all the time as to why things don't happen. But I've got to believe that all the medical bills you rack up trying to get to a diagnosis is got to be more than just doing the damn scan the first time. I know that that's the logic that insurance companies use, but it's a really faulty logic when you, especially think of all the people we've had on the show and all the women who have been misdiagnosed. I mean, we represent a small segment of a very large population, in my opinion. And that's a lot of money wasted that oftentimes just a more thorough scan the first time. If like once a year you got a super scan and you caught everything that needed to be taken care of before it became super expensive.
It is interesting because of this process. All of my doctors were men until I got put with Dr. Maluccio in New Orleans.
Dr. Maluccio, eh? Okay, so the Medical Detectives podcast was very fascinating, as you can see. I have no idea why it didn't catch on. Well, I'm really sorry that the Medical Detectives podcast could never find a sponsorship and therefore had to be canceled. Luckily, you've been sponsored in many other ways by very big brands such as Starbucks, Disney Cruises, so at least you got all that going on for you. Now we're going to be taking a look at a random bonus post. Some days even the best of us struggle to feel at home in our bodies. On those days, I take time to do something that reconnects me to my body and helps me remember the ways it shows up and supports me daily. The sauna has become the place I sweat out the trauma and spend time reflecting on how much my body is capable of. I don't know if it's the heat or just actively making a designated space in my day for gratitude and self-reflection, but it's working well for me. Like I said before, I hate the sauna. I hate it so much. Okay, we're having a little photo op in the sauna. We seem to make everything into a photo op, which I can respect. Okay. That look on your face, man, I love it. I love that. Okay, there's another. All right. Are we gonna like get some steaming done inside of this sauna or just have a photo shoot stepping into it? She's like, it took me like 20 minutes to actually get inside the sauna. The inside is in there. I went to go into the sauna and then I tripped and fell onto this bench and looked all photogenic for a moment. Whoops. And that happened several times on my way into the sauna. I just couldn't find my way in there. Whoops, here I am posing in the doorway again. Okay, are we gonna go in the sauna? I don't think so. Alright, and we're gonna wrap up the video right there. At the end, she went to the sauna. Again. So it's really interesting how people at the gym said that one of the lifters there was faking their lifts using AI and filters, and Glitter and Lasers overheard them and assumed they were talking about her. I don't know why she would assume that they were talking about her. Is she the only influencer that's in that particular gym? I'm also a little confused what the Medical Detectives podcast was even about. It just seemed to be random go-nowhere stories. From various people. Glitter and Lasers would tell a story, and then all the other people would look at her and go, And then somebody else would tell a story, and Glitter and Lasers would look at them and be like, I know that's basically what podcasts are, but that particular one was not very riveting to me. I'm sorry. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Were those guys in the gym talking about Glitter and Lasers? Was that person being a jerk giving her a hard time in the comments? And what do you think about them canceling the podcast, The Medical Detectives? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.